The Vietnamese diaspora takes its journey through more than 20 nations, with the total number of Viet Kieu being approximately 4 million worldwide. At Vietcetera, we take this chance to travel the world to take a look at some notable hubs of overseas Vietnamese. First, we head all the way down to Australia. Vietnam's influence is not only felt in the communities of Little Saigon, but also in the routine lunch schedules of millions of Australians. Rolled, the Vietnamese spring roll answer to America's Chipotle, has a vision to roll out a fast casual chain of more than 500 stores in Australia within the next few years. Now that's big reach. Another one of our favorite Vietnamese stories from Australia is YouTube powerhouse Natalie Tran. She's got more than 1.8 million subscribers and nearly 600 million views on her videos. Next, we head over to Europe. Did you know Germany has over 150,000 Vietnamese people? Most are concentrated in Berlin, and you can see the influence. Vietnamese food is highly regarded and considered hip and trendy in this part of Europe. In other Vietnamese news from Germany, located in Lower Saxony is one of the largest Vietnamese-style Buddhist pagodas in Europe. These temples serve as important gathering places for the Vietnamese Buddhist community in Germany. While we're in Europe, we might as well stop in France. One of the few monuments dating back to the earliest waves of Vietnamese in France is the Temple des Souvenirs et des Chinois, built by the first Vietnamese in France to commemorate the Indo-Chinese who died in the First World War. And what about food? From hole-in-the-wall joint Bonjour Vietnam that serves up fragrant caramel pork and crispy nems, to Siclo that specializes in Ban Cot and Ban Cuong. And there's always the restaurant Dong Hương that makes some of the best steamed Vietnamese ravioli in the world. There's lots to eat here in Paris. Now to North America we go. First stop, Canada. Here, the majority of Vietnamese communities began arriving in the mid-1970s and early 1980s as refugees after the end of the Vietnam War. Today, you'll find most Vietnamese in urban centers like Vancouver, Calgary, and Montreal. Fun fact, an Olympic 2008 gold medalist in wrestling, Carol Huang, is a Vietnamese Canadian. Let's head south a bit for the final pit stop in our tour, America. With the most overseas Vietnamese in the world, Vietnamese Americans make up about half of all overseas Vietnamese in the world, clocking in at nearly 1.8 million people. More than 50% of them reside in California and Texas alone. In East San Jose, California, you can see line dancing at the Vietnamese Grand Century Mall, or you can try your hand at finding deals at Orange County's Asian Garden Mall. Good times and deals are guaranteed. For Vietnamese living abroad, it can be tough to adapt. At first glance, the lifestyle and culture of another nation can be intimidating and strange. However, in the dispersing of our people, we have become a more cosmopolitan nation, letting our culture influence others' cultures and vice versa. We share our dance, our food, our ways, we share our lifestyle, and that's a beautiful thing.